Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you're practicing with me again. Today's class is a 45-minute Vinyasa flow and it's part one of a new series of classes where we explore some of the principles and concepts contained in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, ways in which you can incorporate them into your practice and in everyday life. And in practice today, we focus on the concept of Santosha, the practice of contentment. Physically, class is a whole body experience, but we have a little bit more emphasis on the hamstrings. And for practice, you may wish to have a blanket with you and a block, though it's not essential. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Namaste.
And we'll start practice together today in reclined butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your knees wide, soles of the feet to touch. And before you recline, if you'd like extra support and comfort, you might like to roll up a blanket, place it over the arches of your feet, and nestle the two ends of the blanket to your outer hips and thighs. And this way you can invite your hips to rest and relax into something soft and offer yourself some support. As you come to rest down in your version of the posture, take a few moments to settle, smooth and spread the skin of your upper back, aligning your spine into a straight line, and then try and minimize the hollow in your low back. Just lengthening the bookends of your spine away from one another. Resting your hands on your body, gently softening your eyes closed. And begin with some long exhales or sighs, letting go of some of the content of your day, some of the content of your thoughts. And just exhaling fully to create some clear space for yourself to really enjoy your practice. And then as your inhales flow in, let them flow slow, welcoming in a feeling of peace, ease and calm. In today's practice, we'll explore the concept of Santosha. And Santosha is the second niyama, one of the 8 limbs of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And the niyamas are personal observances outlined in the sutras, and they're designed to lead you toward a state of peace, one free from attachment to outcomes or outer circumstances. Santosha translates as contentment, finding peace with where you are right now. And practicing Santosha reminds us to pause in our often mindless, relentless pursuit for more and notice the ways in which we're already abundant, cultivating an appreciation of the beauty that already exists in the present moment. So in short, it's a process of quietening the craving for more and releasing the drama of control. And we'll explore this idea more as we begin to move and flow. Last few breaths here. Take a moment to commit to approaching your practice today with the intention of appreciating yourself, how far you've come, and all that you have to look forward to. So you're aiming to give your practice some meaning and depth beyond just the physical. Breathe in toward your heart now. Seal your intention. And as you breathe out, let your eyes gently blink open. Let the gaze come forward into your room. Closing the knees in. And if you have a blanket there, just shifting it away to one side. Set your feet wide away from one another and place your arms into a T. Softly rock your knees over to your right for a gentle twist. And then just rolling on the back of your head, sending your gaze to the left. Take 3 slow, calm breaths, easing your left knee toward the floor and opening into the front of the left thigh. And on your next inhale, sway the knees back through center, change sides. As you arrive, nestle your shoulder blades down your spine, turn your gaze to your right. Breathing in slowly and breathing out, encouraging yourself to release, relax into the shape. And then coming back to center, feet to the floor, and now relax just your right knee out to the right. Wriggle your right toes in toward your left buttocks and release your right knee toward the floor. So for more sensation into your quadriceps, left hand to your right foot, and then point your right knee more toward the front of the mat. Pause and breathe here, 3 cycles of breath. And then switching sides, left toes toward your right buttocks, and option to connect your right hand to your left foot. And release, making your way onto all fours. We'll roll through a few rounds of cat and cow. As you arrive, settle your fingers wide and even into the mat. Feel your knees balanced under your hips, and then just start to wave your spine. And inhale to arch your spine, soften your belly, open your throat. And exhale to dome your back, hollow your belly, and send the gaze back. And you can stay with this linear movement or move more organically, circling or leaning out laterally into your ribs. Just make it your own. Feeding your body with your breath and your attention, and taking in all the feedback. Accepting where you're starting from and acknowledging your practice, your movement might not feel perfect, but accepting that all that's showing up, reminding yourself that you can come to yoga exactly as you are. It's about cultivating a state of mind in which you can experience all the ups and downs, highs and lows, and then return to something like equilibrium. That's the practice of Santosha. Meet me here in a neutral spine when you're ready, and then slowly press back into your first downward facing dog. Keep a soft bend in your knees and focus on finding length through your spine. Really press the mat away with your hands. Feel the sides of your waist lifting up toward your hip creases. And then moving together now with our breath. On an inhale, raise your hips, straighten your legs, come high on the balls of your toes. And then exhale, rebend the knees deeply. Inhale, straighten your legs, lift the hips. And then exhale, bend just your right knee and lengthen your left heel toward the floor. Pause and breathe here. Rebend both your knees. Again, inhale, lift the hips, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, come high on the balls of the toes, straight legs. And then exhale, bend the left knee, lengthen your right heel toward the floor. keeping your breath calm and slow, and letting your breath inform how deep you stretch into your heel. Rebend both your knees, send the gaze forward now, and we'll take a few steps to the top of the mat for an easy forward fold. Separate your feet hips width apart, place a generous bend in your knees, hold opposite elbows, and then just fold, laying your torso over your thighs. And take the next few breaths to gently rock your weight forward, rock your weight back, lifting, spreading the toes, and then finding your center of support through the feet, even and equal. And then put a deeper bend in your knees now. We're going to roll up slow, take your time. Stack the bones of your spine, sweep your arms overhead, pressing into your feet, reach up. And then lower your hands to prayer at your heart. Pausing here, closing your eyes. Take a slow breath in and a calm breath out, sensing your posture, coming into balance, finding your center, standing tall. We'll blink our eyes open now. Surya Namaskar, C variation. On your inhale, circle your arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, soft bend in your knees as you go. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, lengthen up, halfway. Exhale, step your right foot back, low lunge. Right knee softly touches down. Sweep your arms by your ears. Spread your fingers, reach up. Stay for your exhale, light squeeze to the right buttocks. Take another breath. Exhale, sweep your arms back, your torso forward for arrowhead, raise your right knee. And just pause for a few calm breath here. Now reach just your left arm forward. And then on an exhale, Skandasana to your right. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. And here you can stay a little bit more elevated in a side lunge for less flexion in your right knee, or sit low, fingertips to the floor, hands to prayer if you have that balance and mobility. Take another smooth breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to your left, straightening your right leg. Linger for a few breaths. So you're adapting the shape according to how your breath and your body are responding. And acknowledging you've got agency to modify in your own home practice. Give yourself permission to be okay with what shows up. Turn and face the top of your mat now. Pivot your toes, stepping up, top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. Come to stand with the wave of your in-breath. Grow long. And pray hands to your heart. Second side, inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, hands to shins and the gaze forward. Exhale, left foot steps back, low lunge. Tap the left knee down. Press down where you touch down as you rise up, arms up. Stay for your exhale. Take one more slow breath in. Exhale, transition to arrowhead. Sweep your arms back, hover your torso over your right thigh. Press down through your right heel, actively lifting your left thigh for support. Then reach just your right arm forward, extending your arms away from one another. And then on an exhale, Skandasana to your left. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Take another smooth breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to your right, straightening your left leg. Savouring your breath, slow and intentional. And then release. Reframe your right foot this time, stepping back to plank. and pause. Greet your shape with a breath, and then exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale slow, easing into your low cobra pose. Take a long exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 cycles of breath. And then draw your hands into the mat, let your arm bones grow a little longer. We'll take one more round, same sequence, movement to breath, eyes forward. End of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Open your heart forward, then fold over your legs. Rise to stand, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Arms rise on your inhale. Arrowhead, exhale, arms sweep back, torso forward. Float your left arm forward. On your exhale, Skandasana to your right. Left leg straightens any amount. Breath in here. Exhale over to your left foot, straighten your right leg. Turn and face the top of your mat and step up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold and release. Rise to stand. Hands to your heart center. Again, left side, inhale, arms overhead. Top of the inhale, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, left foot steps back, low lunge. When you steady, arms rise. Exhale, arms float back, torso forward. Spread all your fingers. Reach your right arm forward on your inhale. Exhale, Skandasana to your left. Take a breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to your right. Turn and face the top of your mat and step back through a Vinyasa. Plank on your inhale. Exhale to your belly. Inhale your back bend. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Pausing here, making contact with your breath. So in our Santosha practice, we welcome a range of postures. Sometimes they're ones that we enjoy and they come easily to us, and some not so. And it's not so much about our ability to master all the poses, but our ability to master our approach. The more we grasp or try to push or prove something through our practice, the further away we get from that feeling of contentment. And the trick is to consciously shift from thinking about each pose too much to simply feeling. Feel what's happening in your body. Feel your breath. Feel the state of your mind. Notice what comes up moment to moment without judgment, rather than having to do or achieve or change anything today. Breathing in, send your gaze forward between your hands. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, open your heart forward. Exhale, hold in your forward fold. Next breath in, step your right fingertips forward in line with your right foot and we'll twist and flow. You're going to bend your right knee deeply, sweep your left arm up toward the ceiling, encouraging your left leg towards straight. So ground into your left heel, pressing the floor away. And then on your exhale, lower and thread your left arm under your torso toward your right shoulder blade and switch the bend of your knees so your right leg straightens. Then go breath to movement. Inhale, reach your left arm up, right knee bends. Exhale and thread, left knee bends. Once more, left arm to the sky. Exhale, left fingertips to the floor, changing sides. Left fingertips stay down. Right arm reaches up, left knee bends. Just pause, twisting to your right. Easing your right leg towards straight. And then flow on your exhale, right arm threads under, right knee bends, left leg straight. And then inhale, right arm to the sky, right leg straight. Exhale and thread. Once more, inhale, right arm reaches up. And then exhale, fingertips to the floor and forward fold. On a slow breath in, round and roll up through your spine, come all the way to stand. And then bring your hands to your hips. From here, we'll step back into spread leg forward fold. Right foot steps back, Prasarita Padottanasana. Face the long edge of your mat, angle your heels out, toes pigeon in. On an inhale, squeeze your elbows back, curl your heart up. Then take a few breaths as you descend and fold between your legs. So keeping your spine elongated, front of your body open. Run your hands down your legs or fingertips to the floor or a block. So this is one of those postures that come easy for some and others not so, particularly if your hamstrings feel tight and awkward here. So maintaining an integrity, respect for your body here. The goal is not to get your head to the floor, but simply to experience length through the back seam of your legs and spine as you fold. So a narrower stance if you find this quite accessible, or a slight bend in your knees to modify so you can fold more easily from your hips. Finding a contented, agreeable shape for your body. Now just notice each breath, each sensation as it arrives and as it dissolves. When we push our bodies into shapes that feel awkward because of some belief that that's what we think the pose should look like, it really interrupts our flow, and it's also unsustainable. So this state of wanting can be really contagious in yoga, but ultimately it's unproductive because it always leaves us feeling in a place, being in a place of being unsettled. So it's the opposite of Santosha. On an inhale now, lift up halfway onto your fingertips and exhale, walk around, face the top of your mat, step back, plank pose, and then exhale all the way down to your belly for locust pose. So we're engaging the back body now, arms alongside your body, palms down, and then lifting here on your inhale, legs, arms, chest, and then pause. Just inviting your breath to flow through the shape, so you feel your inhale lift your body lightly away from the floor, and your exhale soften your body down a little. Let's take 2 more cycles of breath. On your exhale, release. Take the next few breaths to travel back through child's pose, buttocks to the heels. And then as you're ready, into your downward facing dog. On your inhale now, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, go one time, core lunge in the air, aim your nose toward your knee. Inhale, down dog splits, moving slow. Exhale, high lunge, step your right foot up. Take a moment to ground your feet, hips width apart while you're low. And then when you steady, rise, slow to stand, float the arms overhead. So your left heel can be pressing back to stretch into the calf if that feels good. Or you can bring your heel over the ball of your foot to contract and engage the thigh and the glutes. Arms can be straight up in a Y shape, or elbows can bend for a little less work in the shoulders. Take a steady gaze, breathing wide and long. Press your palms here to touch, lower your hands to your heart center. Moving into a prayer twist, take another breath in, tip forward and twist to your right. So you can either wedge your left arm to the outer right knee or open your twist for more space. Left hand to the floor or a block, right hand to the sky. And then your chin travels toward your right shoulder. Taking 3 more steady breaths. Exhale and release. We'll sit up for pyramid pose, land and anchor your left heel to the mat, shorten your stance. On an inhale, run your hands up your shins, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, forward fold. So accommodating any discomfort in your hamstrings by inviting a soft bend in your right knee if you need to. Left leg stays straight. And then the next few breaths, sensing and adjusting your pelvis. So you're aiming to level your hips here, hugging your right hip back in space, your left hip forward as you power and engage your left thigh. And go ahead, re-bend your right knee, pivot on your left toes, transitioning into the standing splits. Walk your fingertips forward or take a block to elevate the floor to meet your hands, and as you're ready, float your left leg up. So you can stay here, or option to challenge your balance, right hand to the back of your right calf. You fold your chin a little closer toward your shin. And then slowly, calmly release, step up, top of the mat. Open and fold with your breath. On your inhale, rise, come to stand. Exhale, hands to prayer. And take a pause. You can shake out your legs. Hands to hips. Step your left foot back now for Prasarita Padottanasana C. Taking a wide stance, facing the long edge of your mat. This time, hands interlace behind your back, if that's available, or alternatively, hands free as we practiced earlier. Take a moment here to ground your feet. Find the balance of moving your inner arches away from one another. Same time, hugging the top of your thighs in a little. That'll create the stability through your knees and down to your feet. On your inhale, squeeze your shoulders back, chest lifts. And then take a few cycles of breath to find your forward fold. And just notice if you've got space to lift the front of the shoulders up a little. Let your head, crown of the head release down, lengthening through the neck. And then release the hands, fingertips to the floor, lift up halfway. Walking around to face the top of your mat, step back to plank pose. And then lower to your belly, returning to locust pose, or option to take an upward facing bow if you're feeling supple and ready, your choice. We're here for a few breaths. If you're taking bow, bending your knees, catch your hands to your feet for some leverage to lift and open through your chest. Again, just sensing the movement and rhythm of your breath within your version of the shape. And then release, flow back to a child's pose, balasana. Pause for a few stationary breaths, softening your effort. And then as you're ready, returning to your downward facing dog to transition. As you arrive, bend your knees and walk your hands back to your feet, back edge of the mat. And very slowly make your way to stand, rolling up through your spine, chin to chest, and unravel. And then hands to hips. Move into dancer's pose now. We'll begin by balancing on our right foot. So just taking the time to lift and spread through the sole surface of your right foot, and then pressing down through all four corners of the foot. Raise your left knee up toward your chest, and then lightly hug your right hip in to stabilize. Point your left knee down now, level with your right. Take your left hand to your left foot, and then raise your right arm up toward the ceiling. So you can catch the inside of the foot, it's a little stronger and more opening for the shoulder, but you can catch the outside of your foot. Staying here or experimenting with tipping your torso forward as you raise and kick your left foot into your hand. Just conserving your energy with a calm breath and a peaceful expression, content and patient with whatever your balance takes today, hopping, skipping, steady, wherever it goes. And then slowly release, land your foot, and changing sides. So just taking the time here to really spread your left toes, the sole of your foot, so you've got a wide base of support. Then bring your right knee to chest. Then hug your left hip in. So there's a light squeeze to your outer hip to level the pelvis. And then right hand reaches back for your right foot, left arm up toward the ceiling. Stay here, or option to gently tip forward, just balancing that equal opposing energy as you kick your foot into your hand. Keep lifting through your chest. And then slowly release 2 feet to your mat, standing in Tadasana. Final standing flow on our left now. On your inhale, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, looking forward to the top of your mat. Then go ahead, walk your hands forward, return to downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your left leg up and back. Exhale one time, core, lunge in the air, knee to nose. Inhale, down, dog splits. And then step up, high lunge, left foot steps to your hands. Staggering your feet, hips width apart, rise slow to stand, arms overhead. Here for 3 steady breaths. Then press your palms to touch, hands to your heart center, preparing to twist. Take another breath in. Exhale, pitch forward and then twist to your left. Last few breaths here. Then release. Pyramid pose. Right heel to your mat. Shorten your stance. Inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine. Exhale and forward fold. Aiming your belly button toward the midline of your left thigh. And go ahead, re-bend your left knee, pivot your right toes, transitioning into standing splits. Walk your fingertips forward or hands to a block, float the right leg up. And just being content if you're in a standing L or a standing other letter. You can stay here, option to place your left hand to the back of your left calf, folding a little deeper toward your standing leg. Just stay for 2 more cycles of breathe. And then on your exhale now, we'll take a seat in Ardha Matsyendrasana, half lord of the fish. So fold your right knee toward the pinky toe side of your left foot. Then take a seat. So moving into a twist, you're welcome to straighten your right leg for more space and comfort if that feels best. You're sitting tall on your inhale. And then exhale and twist to your left. 3 steady, calm breath. Release, turn your gaze forward and we'll switch the legs. This time your right leg on top, left leg could be straight or left heel toward your right buttocks. Once you're situated, twisting now to your right, 3 breath cycles. And then coming back to center, unravel and extend both legs out long. Final love for your hamstrings, Paschimottanasana, 2 straight legs. Breathe your arms overhead. And then exhale softly, forward fold over your legs. And releasing now. Gather any additional layers or props for final rest in Shavasana. Laying down on your back, extending your legs, laying your arms wide, palms up. Sigh and release the weight of your body into the support beneath you. Make any final adjustments to your posture. Land and wriggle your buttocks evenly into your mat. Then just smooth and unwrinkle the skin of your upper back. Inviting yourself to be still, except for the subtle movement your breath creates now. And softening the corners of your eyes. Feel your jaw release, your teeth part, and let your tongue relax into the ground floor of your mouth. Send that feeling of relaxation into your shoulders, into your arms, into your palms. You're sensing yourself physically dissolving your effort now. Time to let go, surrender, and just be. Notice your breath shallow and low in your belly. And any other sensations, perhaps pockets of warmth in your body, coolness, tingling or pulsing. Really notice your experience of relaxation. Your body fully settling now into a place of restful alertness. You're aware of all the vividness, the aliveness of being, your felt experience of rest. And practicing gratitude is something you can do to strengthen your relationship with contentment. And just know contentment isn't something you have to wait for, not something you should count on enjoying later. It's just a process, first recognizing what you already have, and in particular the intangibles like love and community. Those really are the roots from which contentment grow. Place your attention on your heart center. And just for the next couple of minutes, think about all the things in your life that you could be grateful for. And as you think of those things that you're grateful for, experience the warmth that gratitude brings into your heart. And I'll be back to guide you back. And then gently, softly easing your awareness back into your body, into your room, picking up the sounds around you. Wriggle your fingers and your toes, perhaps take a whole body stretch. And then feet to the floor, rolling out to your right side, and then slowly drag your way back up to sit. And thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I really hope you're feeling more open, receptive and content as you step out into your day ahead. Namaste.